In the last programme, we visited a couple who had the power of numbers brought home to them in a very special way. They were building their own home. Well, they've finished their bungalow, so how did they put numbers to work?
The first thing we done was to buy the land, which was in May. We dug our first trench, which was in June, for the water supply. In the preceding months, we managed to dig the footings, do the brickwork, and virtually do everything that we could. The water is on, the electric's on, the central heating is going, and we've just about got a bath and everything's here.
Nick's been in the building trade quite some time now, so actually building the house wasn't such a problem, was it? But what we were worried about was the financial side of things, working out the mortgage and all the expenditure. The other thing was the ordering of all the materials. We had to order the cement, the roof tiles, the bricks, and these all had to be calculated. We're not great mathematicians, so we found it easiest to double-check every single thing. And as you can see, we haven't done too bad a job.
One of the regulations for doing a self-build is to have the loft insulated. Now, we thought this was a good idea anyway, as it's quite economical. To work out how much insulation you need, we measured the width of the bungalow, which was 9 metres across. Then we multiplied that by the number of rafters, which was 34. That comes to 306 metres. Now, the insulation rolls come in approximately 6 metres length. Now, we divided that into the 306, and that made 51 tacks. You can see here we've got a little bit left over. That's mainly because the bungalow's got crooks and crannies, but we don't mind having a little bit left.
When I first started this project, I gave these plans to a builder's merchant to estimate the amount of bricks that I would need. They said that I would need 8,000, but to satisfy my own mind, I thought I'd do the estimating myself. Now I know that there is roughly 62 bricks to a square metre, and from this I can determine how many bricks there are in the overall project. I estimated there was 12,000 bricks. It's a good job I checked, because at the end of the day I used 11,500 bricks with just these 500 left over.
One of the advantages of building your own home is that you can claim back all the VAT on the building materials. The Customs and Excise sent us this folder that explains exactly how you have to do it. You have to make a list of every single invoice that you pay for, and these are just some of them on here. You have to list them all in categories. So we've got timber, miscellaneous, cement. Every single thing has to be listed, and also the VAT has to be shown. Then we'll send it all off to the VAT man, and hopefully we should get about £3,000 back.
There we go, that's been 9 months of bloody hard slog. But we've achieved it. We've made our own home. And we can now live in it.
Cheers.
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 Now I'm going to use the power of numbers to sort out our friend Achilles and his teenage mutant hero tortoise. The problem was this. Achilles could run 10 times faster than the tortoise, who was given 100 paces start. How far did the tortoise move before Achilles passed him? Well, when Achilles had run the 100 paces and reached the point the tortoise started from, the tortoise would move 10 paces further on. When Achilles moved the 10 paces, the tortoise moved 1 more pace. When Achilles moved 1 pace, the tortoise moved 1/10, then 100th, then 1,000th of a pace, and so on. Although Achilles got closer and closer, the tortoise always seemed to be a fraction ahead. Will Achilles ever reach the tortoise? What does this add up to? The ancient Greeks couldn't get their heads around this. They thought that if you keep adding things to a sum, the sum must keep growing without reaching an end. Now, adding fractions is never easy, especially when they go on forever. But I can change these fractions into decimals. 1/10 is 0.1. 100, 0.01. 1,000, 0.001, and so on. Now I can add these numbers up. 10 plus 1, that gives me 11. Plus all of these, that's 0.111, and more ones than I can write down. But what does this mean? Well, in terms of maths and numbers, we have many advantages over the ancient Greeks. Best of all, we're saved the headache of long division because we have the modern calculator. And with it, I have the power of numbers in my hands. A half is 1 divided by 2. That's 0.5, simple enough. A third is 1 divided by 3. That's 0 and a screen full of 3s. And there is the clue. 1/9, 1 divided by 9, is 0 and a screen full of 1s. So 1/9 is the final part of the puzzle. A number which looks as if it will go on forever turns out to be exactly 1/9. So Achilles reaches the tortoise after it has gone exactly 11 1/9 paces. But the tortoise was running on the spot for 2,000 years before the matter could be sorted out. The ancient Greeks loved to play with ideas, and if you're interested in maths, it does no harm to play with numbers and calculators. And the book that goes with this series, Away with Numbers, is there to help. Then you can enjoy the real power and the magic of numbers. Goodbye.